Blue collar, white collar, black professors, white scholars, politicians, Dalai Lamas. Everybody in the whole wide world need hope if I be honest. I'm in that number.
Hey, good day. This is Robert Brown with the Rob Report. How you doing today? Well, she's at it again. Mouth almighty, tongue everlasting. Whoopi Goldberg is running her mouth, act like she know it all. Mayor Bill DeBlasio, who has been doing some great things in the city, and I got to give it to him. Like I said, I may not be a fan of you, but whenever you do something good, I'm going to big you up. Whenever you mess up or do something bad, I'm going to big you down, man. I'm just going to, and not you, but your policy. I will try my best not to criticize you too much, but I would criticize your action, the way you're going about certain things, okay? You personally, I don't want to go into that because I don't know you personally. I'm working on my own personal self-development. But I've been going in on Whoopi lately because she's been going in on other people, and she just needs to stay in her lane. And, you know, all right. So Mayor Bill DeBlasio of New York City has been doing some progressive things. One thing he's doing is he's going to do whatever he can to work with Governor Cuomo on legalizing marijuana for the state of New York. Now, I don't smoke marijuana. I probably would use it medically if I needed to, but me, I don't smoke, period. But nevertheless, he's putting that in position. But what he's doing right now, he's making sure that those who are incarcerated for trafficking marijuana, distributing marijuana, get an opportunity to make it a legit business before corporate America try to come into New York City and make it a big business. One thing, you know, we're the corporate capital of the world. Most of the world's corporations are here in New York City. And Bill DeBlasio is saying, look, we're going to give these guys a chance to profit before we allow corporate America to be a part of the profiteering on marijuana. Another thing he's done, he's legislating for 2 weeks paid leave. Automatically off the bat, it doesn't matter if you just started 2 days ago, you'll be able to get 2 weeks paid leave, personal leave, you know, because you might get sick or you might need it. This is separate from your sick days. This is separate from your vacation time. This is 2 weeks of personal time for something simple as hanging out with your kid for a play or just need some downtime and relax. So this is one of the most progressive things in the country. And there's very rarely other countries that are doing something like this. And then last but not least, he's started a guaranteed Medicare for all citizens in New York City, mainly those who just can't afford it. And I could go on and on a couple other things. So right now he's working with City Council to help people who are low income to get access to public transportation at a low to no cost. So he's dealing with Medicare for all. If you're making money, it'll be at a low cost. If you don't make money, you're still going to get the help that you need. Helping people get out of jail and starting their own business. I mean, I can go on a list of things that he's doing. So he's going on a view to tout this. And all of a sudden, while he's touting some of these things that he's doing in New York City got $15 minimum wage, just New York City. He gets sideswiped by Miss Mouth Almighty, tongue everlasting Whoopi. Thinks she know everything in the world. Goldberg, Mr. Mama to everybody all. Watch this.
For comprehensive health care for every American, and Mayor Bill DeBlasio just announced he's making it happen for all New Yorkers, including undocumented immigrants. Oh. He's here to tell us how he did it and what the White House can learn from it.
It should be universal, and if it's universal, people will actually go and get the health care they need when they need it, not end up in an emergency room. Let's face it, the emergency room is the family doctor now for millions and millions of Americans.
And tax dollars pay for a lot of that.
And tax dollars pay for it. It is expensive, it's backwards, and it means people get really, really sick before they ever seek help. If you have a guarantee of health care, no matter who you are, you get a primary care doctor assigned to you, you have the ability to get all the other care you need. You need maternity care, OBGYN, you need pediatrics, you need mental health services, whatever it is. If you have access to it, you will actually get the health care you need when you need it. What's the problem in this city, in this country? It's hard to get the health care you need. It's too expensive. Do you think it's expensive to get health care in this country?
I agree with you.
But if we make it universal and straightforward, then people get the care they need when they need it. So we said very simply two things. One, we got about 600,000 people in this city who have no health care coverage at all. That's as many people as in the city of Milwaukee.
Wow.
No health care coverage at all. They get sicker, sicker, sicker with no care. So we said, one, if you're eligible for insurance, but you haven't gotten it because you couldn't navigate the exchange because it was too expensive, because you were young and you thought you were invincible and you'd never get sick, we're going to make it easier than ever. We're going to make it cheaper than ever. We're going to make it the kind of plan that's user-friendly. 24-hour number you can call, any problem, get directed to the doctor you need on the spot. That is our public option. That's a way that the city will provide an opportunity for health insurance. Second, if you're undocumented, and that's several 100,000 New Yorkers who are our neighbors, who contribute to our economy, they're undocumented. If they don't get health care, if they get sick, everyone gets sick. If the whole community isn't healthy, then we all suffer. So we're saying to them, we're going to give you a health care card. You're going to get a primary care doctor. When you need help, you get help. When your kids need help, you get help for them. And the whole community gets health care. I don't want someone who is part of the backbone of our economy, and that's the blunt reality in this country. Undocumented immigrants are part of our economy. I don't want them going to work sick and getting everyone else sick. I don't want their kids suffering. I want to make sure everyone's healthy, and if it's universal, everyone has a chance to do it.
But you understand, people are saying, I don't want my taxpayer dollars paying for it.
You know what?
Exactly.
Pay me now or pay me later. People need health care, and if we provide it, we think we end up with a better, stronger society, a healthier society, and we save a lot of money in the end, to Joy's point. Right now, we're hemorrhaging money because we're giving health care the backwards way.
Can I ask just one quick question, just super simple? Do you think the VA is run well, and it's a great medical organization?
No, of course not.
That's a government-run health care.
That's a federal government-run health care.
And you think there's a difference between what's going to happen in New York and what's happening in the
because
VA?
we're closer to the ground.
By the way, veterans died waiting to get health care.
It's horrible. It's unconscionable. And we're closer to the ground, and we're accountable to our own people. And our public health system is working better and better.
Now, this man comes up with some great news, talking about what he's going to do, what he's doing for New Yorkers. He said either we're going to pay it on the front end or pay it on the other end. Bottom line, taxpayers paying for it, so you might as well pay for it on the front end. It's cheaper than paying on the back end, where it just costs too much money, and it's still going to come out of the taxpayers' money. They're still going to be putting a dime to this. While he's talking about something as serious as health care for all in New York City, majority of you are not going to be paying for it. The only people that's going to be paying for a certain amount will be those who are making a significant amount of income. Here he is. He's talking about his public option, how he is not going to wait, which I've been saying, do not wait on the federal government to do it. In time, they'll do it. Go ahead and do it on a local or state level. He's doing it on a local state level. That's why I give him props for this. It may not be perfect. It's not Medicare for all where you don't have to worry about paying. They just take a little bit out of your taxes. Bada boom, bada bang. No, I mean, at least you're going to get the health care you need. You're going to get the doctors that you need. You're not going to be forced to go to the emergency room, wait till the last minute to get help that you need when you're halfway hurting and paying to get the help you need. You can get it as soon as you feel it. Soon as he talked, as he's talking about this great piece of legislation, this is what she goes into.
What's really pissing me off?
What? I've never heard you pissed off.
You're always pissed off. Always.
No, you actually haven't. You've built 83 miles of protected bike lanes, okay?
That woman is...
And I like bikes. I like people who ride, but I don't think you understand the impact of taking something like 10th Avenue, which is 6 lanes, down to 2.5, particularly when you have a winter storm and you can't move. None of that is movable.
Now, first of all, here she go teaching, talking about, I don't think you understand. The man got professionals to survey and go out there on the streets and measure and do all this kind of stuff to see what's the best way to move New York City traffic through, and she's going to tell him he don't understand.
So you can't get, nothing flows. Also, I'm upset that you love these bikes, but you don't tell people to put a helmet on.
Daddy, there is a New York City rule. They want you to wear helmets. He can't force people to wear helmets, and if the cops is not writing up tickets, what is he supposed to do? make it like a Schedule 1, Schedule 2. If you don't wear your helmet, you're going to Rikers? Lord, forgive me.
We tell children to put helmets on.
Well,
this is an issue, and you know, you haven't taken down the size of the trucks. So a giant truck that is bringing food to New York, which is, you know, we got 9-block long.
All right, so first of all, let me stop here for a second. Whoopi Goldberg have not driven in a long time. I don't believe she's driving to work. I believe she got a limo, and she's making all these complaints. She's complaining about the bike riders. Okay, you probably haven't ridden a bike in umpteen years, Whoopi. And if it is, it's probably in your summer home in the neighborhood. You're not riding in New York City. Second, why are you worrying about congested traffic? You're not driving. You got a limo taking you to work every day. A limousine, I guarantee you. I guarantee you're not Ubering it up. I guarantee you're not taking Lyft. And if it is, it's still a limousine, or it's still one of them expensive, bougie, big truck, you know, Escalade type stuff trying to get to your destination. But I'm quite sure ABC love you so much that you have your own personal chauffeur. When you're making over $60 million in the bank, you ain't driving. So why are you complaining about somebody else, the roads? I mean, let me keep going.
Trucks delivering, and they can't.
And by the way, those trucks, there are certain places truck cannot go in New York City. They can't drive anywhere. They have certain places they have to drive around, or they have to detour. So why are you worrying about the truck? Why are you worrying about the truck, girl?
Make the turns. What feasibility study did y'all do when you decided to put these in? Because I know a lot of places, I noticed they're not on Madison Avenue, and they're not on Park Avenue.
They're all over, Whoopi, respectfully.
See, this is where Whoopi act like she know everything. 9 times out of 10, you probably stay on Park Avenue. Let's say you do stay on 10th Avenue, but the bottom line is you don't stay in the Bronx. You don't stay in the South Bronx. You don't stay in the Pelham Park area. You don't stay over there in Co-op City. You don't stay in the Bronx. You don't stay in Queens. You don't stay in Brooklyn. You are a Manhattan-ter, and you probably got this bougie Manhattan apartment, and you're probably not even taking an Uber. And ABC probably picking you up on your beautiful bougie penthouse, probably on 10th Avenue. I don't know, but then again, you might be a penny pincher. But the bottom line, I guarantee you ain't driving your car, so why are you complaining? Let me keep going.
No, they're not. They're actually.
Now she's trying to tell the mayor about his city.
Avenue, and they're not on Park Avenue.
They're all over, Whoopi, respectfully. They're not.
They're not on Park, and they're not on Madison.
Not on every avenue for specific reasons, but they're all over the city in every kind of neighborhood.
Audience is mute.
Yeah, by the way, you know how big Park Avenue is? You know how many sides of Park Avenue? You got Park Avenue South and all that kind of stuff. So, let me keep going.
Listen.
They say, no, it's not.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, the audience from New York are saying no.
Here's the bottom line.
Yeah.
The number one reason we have done this is a specific strategy we call Vision Zero. It is to reduce the number of traffic crashes and fatalities. We had, this last year in New York City, the fewest traffic fatalities since 1910.
Oh.
We had the fewest traffic fatalities.
Cars in 1910.
Well, this is the amazing thing.
That was tricky. That was tricky.
It's not tricky. It's not tricky because in 1910 there were more horses than cars in New York City.
Yeah, the old horse.
Every year
Horse
since
accident.
then, the traffic fatalities went up and up. We brought it back down to the level of 1910 because these bike lanes
But you've
slow
screwed
down
the city
traffic.
up. Well,
No.
it's not just. Wait,
No,
but
listen.
All right, which is more important? Safety? People getting to work, getting to where they need to go back and forth in safety? Or you trying to get somewhere in a record time? How did he screw the city up? Yeah, now, I'm not the one to take up for DeBlasio. I'm not a fan of DeBlasio. I'm not a fan of Whoopi. I'm not a fan, contrary to my commentary about Whoopi getting on Cortez. I'm not a fan of Cortez, but she did represent my area, and I've seen her in action. So when people tell me about how bad she is, I really can't listen to them because I saw her here in New York doing her thing before she even thought about running for office as a community organizer. So I have to give her props for that because I've had experience with Ocasio-Cortez. Now, what she do in D.C. might be totally different. So I'm cynical of Ocasio while she's in D.C. But I'm not going to let Whoopi Goldberg crap on somebody who have not yet done anything yet. She's not even giving the girl a chance. She want her to be automatically be like Chuck Schumer, Nancy Pelosi, and all them guys. And I'm trying to tell her, screaming off the top of my lungs, you don't be that way. And here she is trying to tell him that what you're doing is wrong and you need to reconsider.
Well, but you listen, you go through the city with a police escort. I come in every day.
All right, let's see how you come in.
I come in every day. And I find...
How do you come in, Whoopi Goldberg? Do you drive your own car? I doubt it. You probably get in a limousine, 9 times out of 10. I know where ABC Studio is. It's not that far. It's just cross road. It's not that far. And I guarantee you, you're not driving.
That because you can't make a turn anywhere, you can't go straight anywhere. When there's a storm, people can't move anywhere because you got all these medians in the way. And I'm just saying, you might want to take a look at some.
See, you might want to take a look at this. This man is concerned about people getting to their destination on a considerable time. He's concerned about safety. He is not the one that did all this stuff. A lot of stuff is coming from the state with Cuomo with the Vision 2020 thing. He's doing his part here in the city. You're not a constructor. You're not a surveyor. You're not monitoring traffic. You're not looking at the levels of accidents. So you need to just be quiet. And 9 times out of 10, like I said, I might be wrong. You might be driving a Subaru. That's the preferred car choice for Lower Manhattan. They're not driving Mercedes, but you might be driving a Subaru to work. But I highly doubt it. When you are a top star on ABC, the host of a long-running series show, you basically took over for Barbara Walters, and you trying to act like you driving to work, and you're going to complain about this.
Because now you have Cuomo coming in talking about congestion pricing, and I kind of feel like it's a setup.
And she does.
Now, congestion pricing is what they're charging the taxis and the Ubers and the Lyfts and the other former app vehicles in New York. Once they get to a certain part of town, they're raising the price up. See, me, I get out the car and I catch the train. I'm a train dude, so I don't worry about all that stuff. But she look like she upset because she fearing that she's going to pay a little bit money. She's talking about congestion prices, and she's sitting on $60 million. Get out of here.
Complain about it every day. Every day. It's very genuine. Yeah. Are you running in 2020?
I'm mayor of New York City. That's where I'm focused.
That's all right.
Stay focused on that, because you don't need to be running for nothing right now. And Whoopi Goldberg trying to act like she know it all. Trying to act like she's somebody's mama. Whoopi, worry about your comedy. Worry about your movies. Take care of your show. You're in New York City. You're a New York citizen, right? And I guess you got a house in California, a couple other places because you're rich. The bottom line is you complain too much about everything. You act like you know too much about everything. Just like you told Ocasio-Cortez, why don't you sit down and learn? That man is the mayor of New York City. He knows more about the traffic than you do. He knows about the congestion more than you do. He knows what areas is highly congested. I probably know about you because I work in transportation. He probably know what areas are congested around what time and why they need to do certain things to make everything run smooth. He's concerned about people's safety. The bikers' safety, because the bikers have been trying to ride that same road with the 10 lanes. 5 on one side, 5 on the other side with a big old medium in the middle. But the way you got to fix, traffic do run smooth. I understand. You got to get to where you go, because if not, you're going to get fired, right? You're going to get fired if you don't clock in? No, they ain't firing you. So what you complaining about? As long as you get there on time, you're fine. But once again, I'm done with this. Once again, Whoopi Goldberg act like she know everything. She's going to actually try to school the mayor on how to be a mayor. This man come on TV talking about helping New Yorkers get health care, and you talking about some doggone getting congestion traffic. Man, Whoopi Goldberg,